Welcome to our channel. Before watching this video, please consider subscribing. We're trying our best to post regularly and to make our videos interesting and informative. Our mission is to honor the memory of the victims by ensuring that their legacy lives on through time. In this video, we're gonna tell you about the Iranair Flight 291 that crashed on January 21st, 1980. This was a tragic that claimed the lives of all 128 passengers and crew members on board. Today, we will delve into the events that led to this disaster and honor the victims who lost their lives. Let's start from the memories of the airport staff. One of the members of the runway says, "The day of the Iranair Flight 291 was a day unlike the other. The sky was a deep shade of blue, a stark contrast to the rugged mountains that surrounded the airport. The air was thick with the scent of the desert, a mix of sand and dry earth that seemed to permeate everything. As the Boeing 727-86 aircraft taxied down the runway, the passengers and crew members were treated to a stunning view of the rugged terrain that lay ahead. The airport itself was a small dusty affair with a few runways that seemed to stretch out into infinity. The control tower, perched atop a nearby hill, looked out over the vast expanse of desert that surrounded the airport. But as the flight took off, the weather began to take a turn for the worse. The once clear sky was now darkening, the blue hue fading into a foreboding gray. The wind picked up, howling across the desert landscape and kicking up sand and dust." The Iranair Flight 291 was a commercial flight that was en route from Tehran to Shiraz, Iran. The flight was operated by Boeing 727-86 aircraft and had a crew of 11 and 117 passengers on board. The flight was uneventful until it reached its destination, where it encountered severe weather conditions. The pilots attempted to land the aircraft, but due to the strong crosswinds and low visibility, they missed the runway. The plane crashed into a mountain near the airport, killing all those on board instantly. As the flight approached the destination, the pilots were met with a scene of chaos. The winds had intensified, whipping the plane around like a leaf in the storm. The runway, barely visible through the thick haze of sand and dust, seemed to be moving and shifting like a mirage. Despite the conditions, the pilots attempted to land the aircraft, but as they neared the runway, it became clear that it was a lost cause. The crosswinds were too strong, the visibility too low. The plane missed the runway and crashed into the mountainside, killing all on board. Investigations into the crash revealed that the cause of the accident was the poor weather conditions and the crew's failure to execute a missed approach. It was discovered that the pilots were not adequately trained in instrument landing systems, which could have helped them navigate through the poor weather conditions. Furthermore, the aircraft's black box revealed that the flight crew had ignored several warning signals, including altitude warnings and stall warnings.
Flight 291, can you hear me? Flight 291. Why is that radio silent? Flight 291. Answer, Flight 291.
It was later revealed that the captain of the flight had a history of disciplinary problems and had been involved in previous accidents where he had ignored safety protocols. The investigation also revealed that the airline's safety procedures were inadequate and there were significant deficiencies in the training of its pilots and flight crew. These revelations led to significant changes in the aviation industry, including increased training requirements and improved safety protocols. The events of that day were a tragic reminder of the power of nature and the importance of proper preparation and training. The airport, once a symbol of man's determination, now lays silent and empty, a testament to the fragility of human life in the face of the elements. And as the winds continue to howl across the desert, one could almost hear the ghosts of the past, whispering their warnings and reminders to those who would dare to take to the skies. In conclusion, the Iranair Flight 291 was a tragedy and shook the world and highlighted the importance of proper training and preparedness for the pilots. The victims of this disaster will always be remembered, and their loss is felt to this day. We'd like to take a moment to honor the memory of the 128 passengers and crew members who lost their lives in this tragedy. They were fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, and friends, and their loss is a reminder of how fragile life can be. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families and loved ones. We will never forget their sacrifice. Thank you for watching this video about the Flight 291. We hope that this has been a sobering reminder of the importance of proper training and safety measures in the aviation industry. Let us honor the memory of the victims by ensuring that their legacy lives on through our commitment to safety and preparedness.